never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love.
What's up, caller? How you doing?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about how you're defining atheism.
How I'm defining atheism. Okay, that's awesome. Well, first of all, I don't have the money to pay a call-in screener. So, can you give me your name and your preferred pronouns?
JIMI and whatever you want to put after that.
Okay. All right. So, let's start off with this. How would you define atheism?
Well, I interact with a lot of atheists, and the way I hear them define it is either not in a propositional sense, but in the sense of, agnostic atheism. In other words, a state of psychology, state of mind.
Okay. All right.
A state of disbelief.
Right. So I would classify myself as an agnostic atheist. And technically what that means is that I don't know whether or not a God exists, but I don't believe one to exist. So I live my life as if one definitely does not exist. And so that's how I define atheism. I'm not convinced of the existence of any gods and therefore do not believe in them. But that is not a knowledge claim as to whether or not a God does exist.
Wouldn't you agree that if you define atheism that way, that you're ultimately defining it as simply as a psychological state of disbelief, if you're going to consider that notion, that definition of atheism to be true, to be solely indicative of just a psychological state of mind rather than something that whether it's not saying whether God is true or not. It's just solely speaking on state of mind. It's not propositional, in other words.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I mean, I'm simply describing my current state of mind of whether or not I believe in God. Just like if somebody says, hold on. Just like if somebody says, I'm a theist, then that just means currently, they just believe in God. And that's it. Like that's all that you can say about anybody that says, I'm a theist. Just like anybody that says, I'm an atheist, all you can say about them is, oh, they don't believe in a God. So it's literally just describing your state of mind in reference to whether or not you believe in a God. Atheism does not make any kind of, at least the agnostic atheism that I'm talking about, does not make any truth claims. It's just simply not being convinced that a God exists.
Yeah, so in other words, you're arguing that your definition of atheism is non-propositional in the sense that it can never be true except in the state, except to signify a state of psychology.
Right. Atheism is like me saying I'm an atheist is inherently true because I'm communicating what I don't believe in.
Yeah, you said that already.
Right. I don't understand why this concept is confusing to you. Like, I don't know why you're hung up on this. Do you want me to make like a specific like proposition? Is that what you're trying to get me to do?
No, what I'm trying to tell you is that as long as you define it that way, you never make a propositional statement. Like, in other words, atheism can never be true in the sense that there is no God. It's only ever speaking on a psychological state of mind.
So?
Okay, well, then you never make a proposition, ever.
No, that's not true. Well, I mean, I guess it's true in the context of general atheists, like general atheism, like just somebody being an atheist. Yeah, sure, that's true. But it's not true to say you never make propositional claims, because I'll make one right now if you want to, and we can hash it out over that. Which particular God do you believe in?
I don't believe in any particular God.
Oh, okay. So you're an atheist too.
I'm not an atheist.
What do you believe?
I'm actually a perennialist.
Perennialist. What can you explain what that is?
In other words, the perennialist holds the position that there is a metaphysical truth that all the religions of the world, all the world's major religions adhere to, whether it be Buddhism or Hinduism, Christianity, and so forth, they just address it by various means, whether it be the Holy Spirit or Nirvana, Samadhi, so forth.
So is your statement, your proposition, all religions are true?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Can you explain this like I'm 5? Like, imagine you're talking to a child
You're
here.
5 years old, like you're elementary student.
Like I'm a 5-year-old child, and I'm like, "What's a perennialist?" Can you please explain it to me, like, and just simplify it as much as you can in the most basic of terms, in like a short sentence. Like, give me one short sentence that describes that position.
Well, it deals a lot with spiritual or mystical experience, and it's regarded as a phenomenon in consciousness that it's not exclusive to any single religion, so that the nirvana of Buddhism or the samadhi of Hinduism or the direct revelation of the Holy Spirit of Christianity are synonymous with one another.
Okay. So I did a Google search of it, and perennialism is a perspective in philosophy and spirituality that holds that certain truths are constant and unchanging. These truths are considered universal and are typically found in the realms of philosophy, mathematics, logic, and morality.
Yeah, well, thank you for Googling it. Yeah, you're getting closer, man.
Oh, okay. I'm closer, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, not quite, because it does deal with, like I said, mystical experience.
Okay, so let me make sure I get this straight. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble grasping this. This is a new concept to me. So you don't believe that a God exists, but you believe in transcendental knowledge that exists outside of human experience.
I wouldn't necessarily say that I don't believe that God exists. I think it's just regarded in a different fashion outside, an anthropomorphic interpretation.
Okay, so you're a deist.
Theist. I don't know if you said deist. No, I would categorize myself as theist.
You would not categorize yourself as a deist.
No.
So are you saying that reality is God? Like the just existence itself is?
I'm not a pantheist, if that's what you're hinting at.
I don't think I was going the pantheist route. I mean, I guess I've never really defined pantheist, but I don't think
then you're just being introduced, man. Look it up. Familiarize yourself.
Oh, okay, yes. So that is pantheism. You're right. Okay, I got you now. I'm following you. On the pantheism part, I still don't know what in the fuck the perennialism thing, what you're trying to say about that.
Hey, well,
okay.
Okay. You know what? I'll call in another time, look it up, and we'll discuss it further the next time we encounter each other.
Okay. Let me before you go, if I can, let me ask you a couple questions. If I were to say Yahweh does not exist, would you disagree with me?
Yes, because Yahweh is interpreted within the perennialist view in a very particular fashion, not such like as an atheist, might parody, the so-called mafia boss, guy daddy, malevolent bully. There's a more sophisticated understanding of the divine within this view that I want you to research, and maybe the next time we talk, we can discuss it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I understand if you want to get on out of here, and I appreciate your call and everything like that, but I would say, just from it, because you started off the conversation asking about atheism, how I define it and everything like that. There's often nuanced positions as far as atheism goes. So like, if you're just going to talk about religion or God in general, I'm going to tell you that I'm an agnostic atheist because I don't know whether or not God exists.
I'm very familiar, man. I'm very familiar.
Okay. But
familiar.
Right. But if we were to talk about specific definitions of God, I would then become a Gnostic atheist, and I would make propositions. Like I would make concrete claims against specific definitions of God.
Yeah, I don't believe in Zeus. I'm, a Gnostic atheist against the notion of Zeus, so on and so forth. I get what you're saying.
Okay. Well, I feel like there's a bit of an uneven keel there, making a special claim for Yahweh, but not making the same kind of claim for Zeus.
That's not the case, I assure you. It's not a special case. It's not a special pleading. All I ask is look into it a little bit further, and I'll talk to you next time, man.
Okay, that's fine. We could definitely do that. I can't wait to hear from you again, okay?
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
See ya.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't